everyone, Jamie here with Sweet Pickins. Welcome to my back porch. I'm so glad you're here. So this is going to be a really quick video because I've done a lot of the elements up front, so you guys didn't have to see me be on the struggle bus trying to put this sucker back together. So as you can see, this is a vintage gumball machine. It's a small gumball machine. I had picked it a couple of months ago, and I've just been seeing it and watching it and looking at it, staring at me, saying, please finish me and do something with me. So today was the day. So it was a typical red. Like when you find a gumball machine, it's red, right? Sometimes you can find pink or blue, but typically they're red. So I loved this, and I knew exactly what I was going to do with it when I first picked it. The thing was, is we have no red in our house. I am not a huge fan of red. I don't wear red. I don't like particularly the color red in home decor. Maybe outside, I like to throw some red in outside, but as far as my house, the only time red really makes it inside the house for decor is at Christmas time and maybe a tiny bit in Valentine's, but usually it's more in the pinks, creams, taupes. So I knew that this was not going to match our decor, so I went ahead and took this Behr paint, and it is a matte black, and I sprayed it. Took 2 coats. I've let it dry. So now what I've done is I put it back together. That was a little bit of a chore, and that's kind of why I did it ahead of time. But listen, if I would have drawn myself a little map, I probably would have been able to put it back a little easier, but it was tricky with all these little tiny bits and pieces and parts. So I have got it all back together. Now we are going to fill it. So I brought you guys along to fill it. So I have this can. It's just a soup can, and I have it filled with all sorts of vintage buttons. Mostly wood buttons, light, dark. There's black buttons, there's buttons with writing on it. There's some white buttons. There's a few colored buttons in here, but I try to pick out from my vintage buttons or buttons I've collected over all these years. I tried to pick out the ones that would match this a little bit better with just a few pops of color. So this is going to be a home decor piece. It is a gumball machine. However, we are going to turn it into a home decor piece that we probably honestly don't even dispense anything out of, even though you absolutely could. So I do want to give you guys a small caution. If you guys find a gumball machine and you guys paint it, you cannot put food in here. Most spray paints are not food safe, so be very careful with that. This was actually used for, the last use was for some form of a peanut or a nut, because there was all these nut fragments in there, and that's why I took it all apart, cleaned it really, really well. So there were nuts in here. So I just would caution you, if you put anything in here, if you want to put nuts and you want to throw it in your kitchen, great, but make sure nobody uses it, because you don't want anyone to get sick. But you could think of all sorts of different things, like little trinkets you could put in here, or coins, or like I'm doing buttons here, or you could even put gumballs back in here as long as you're not using it. But buttons really fit the decor, and so that's why I wanted to do this. So let's pour these buttons in here. Okay, I only lost 2, so let's get those. So here are those. So you can see I have a mixture. I'm not trying to fill it to the top. There's no need for that. However, I should have held back a few buttons. I do want to put a few buttons in the little dispenser part. Just kind of set them in here just for the look. So how easy and fun and simple. So now we're just going to put the last little bit of items together. So it's basically just the top. And I did this in a matte black because I feel like it really matches our decor better. But you could do a shiny black, or if you don't want to do black, you could do white or anything else. All right, so apparently I'm gonna need a screwdriver. I was able to shimmy this with my hands, but I'm gonna need a screwdriver to tighten that all the way down. But you can see how cute this piece is just by adding buttons. and painting it. So now I've completely repurposed it. I can't wait to find the perfect place for it. And another thing, and another really cool thing about this is I could change this out. For Christmas time, I could put candies in here, or little Christmas trees, or I could just fill it up with a winter scene. And then when Christmas is over, then I could go ahead and put the buttons back in or something else. So it's just really versatile. So when you find something fun like this at a thrift store, don't dismiss it, because you can repurpose it and give it new life and figure out something else you can do with this. So guys, thank you for joining me for this upcycle repurpose from, out picking. So guys, it's garage sale season and estate sale season, and it, just go to thrift stores, just start picking. And it's amazing what you can find out there. And they don't cost, it's just a few dollars, and then you can just give it new life. So guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to our channel. We're just a small business here in Nevada, and we would love it if you would do that. Also, don't forget, if you are here in the Northern Nevada area in Sparks, we have a brick and mortar inside Paint a Tree. We're space W1. We're in the back left corner, big chandelier with country music playing all the time. Also, we have a website, shopsweetpickins.com. There's lots of decorating ideas on there. There's a blog. There is also a place, of course, where you can shop. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to go in and style this out, and the picture is going to actually go on our Instagram and Facebook page. So I would love it if you guys would follow us over there. You just have to type in Sweet Pickins Reno, Pickins Reno, and you'll see the stories and you'll see the reels and all the fun things. So guys, thank you again so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.